Well, this is it's a very special episode coming up.
Is it our final episode? Is this the TPK?
The last episode with Lenosa in it?
Well, you're kind of on the right track. This is the first episode. It's the true beginning, I should say, of the actual campaign modules. We've up to this point, we've been kind of doing some one-shotty, homebrewy plot hook, kind of get the adventure going stuff, some character development. Last week, we left off with you all about to roll initiative against 10 troglodytes and a goblin. So, like you were saying, yeah, it's a shame we're not going to be able to get to play that campaign. I was really looking forward to it.
Would have been fun.
And here it all comes to an end today. Do we want to just get right into it? Should we recap? Should we just roll for initiative? I'll let you guys decide. Do we want to delay the inevitable?
Could we do a quick recap?
Yeah, absolutely. So you got the quest to come up here to Drellin's Ferry in the north. It's about a month's travel from Waterdeep, but the guy that gave you the quest, Austin, he said, hey, my father is in charge of Nintendo. He can transport you through the Order of the Tower people. They'll teleport you over to Everland. It's like a day's travel from there. So you guys got teleported after doing some shopping where you met a exotic good vendor named Raven, where you bought some bags of holding. And
not all of us.
Not all of you, that's right. One of you was smart, maybe, question mark, and didn't buy the bag of holding. But otherwise, you got teleported to Everland. Oh, you played Quarters, and we found out Coppers. And we found out Lenosa is amazing at Coppers. Did Lenosa miss at all? Just the one time? Nope. Not at all.
Never.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right, so
She doesn't miss.
Doesn't miss. I think Nisa and Danis both had a little bit too much, and they both passed out a little bit. And then at that point, Aurelian kind of conceded, and he said, you know what? I understand when I've been beat. We should probably head back to the inn and get some rest, because in the morning you set out, because it's a full day's travel to where you're at. And you had just crested a hill when you caught the whiff of some horrific stench just off the path. And you kind of snuck through some trees and some foliage, and you see a camp of 10 troglodytes and a goblin just sitting there kind of rattling. Nobody understands what they're saying. But the sun's about to go down. Rowan and I think someone else may have recognized the troglodytes and understood that they're sort of weak to light. So you kind of get the impression that you want to take care of this now, before the sun goes down and before it becomes a bigger problem. Of course, you do have options. You are allowed to not engage with them. Am I going to punish you for doing the cowardly thing? Maybe, but you have that option.
Okay, let's roll for initiative.
I think
we're just gonna roll for initiative right into it.
I'm gonna.
I'm not a
I
coward.
support this decision.
I'm playing a barbarian. Let me do barbarian.
Yeah.
I support this.
Could
I'll give you all a second.
Possibly be last in initiative, because Nisa was the one that was like, I'm not going to do this.
Can you
Could I
just choose to go
naturally
last?
be last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely,
Cool. I'm
I can do that. Lenosa, what'd you roll?
11.
11. Aurelian.
19.
19. Amadi.
An unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Unnatural 20.
Boy.
Nisa, we're going to put you down with a big fat 1.
Love
Danis.
14.
14. And Rowan.
15.
15. All right.
Just had to one up me.
Just had to.
I was waiting.
Just had to. Let's move some things out of the way here. Let's get some mood music
Let's
going.
go.
And Amadi, you are gonna kick us off.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, you know, this seems like it's gonna go really well.
I have utmost confidence in you.
So I'm gonna move just up here between this rock and this tree. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mind Sliver on this goblin here. So that is a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
A DC 15 intelligence saving throw. Let's see. Would you believe me if I said 16?
I mean, I have to.
You have to believe me. But unfortunately, he does succeed. So what happens when he succeeds?
Nothing, because it's a cantrip.
Would he be aware that you attempted it?
You know, let me see.
Because that's what I'm kind of curious on it. Because I'm totally cool if it just doesn't work and it doesn't do anything.
Since you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range, the target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. It doesn't say anything about whether or not he would feel it, but I feel like you would probably notice a disorienting spike.
I would agree, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a perception check because nobody knows you're here yet.
That's true,
Maybe
and it
he
is
thinks he's
just
got a headache coming
visuals,
on.
so there's
Right.
no audio component to it.
No. So he rolled a 7. Would you like to roll a stealth check to see if you can beat a 7?
I would like to roll a
Yes.
stealth check. 21.
21. Okay, so he kind of like, oh, what's that? In Goblin or whatever he speaks, but maybe looks around, doesn't see anything, goes back to it.
Okay, and I think that's gonna be my whole turn. I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do. So done.
Okay.
Alrighty, Aurelian.
I'm ready. So I'm gonna kind of like crouch down a little bit. I'm gonna draw my short bow back and aim at the goblin. Try to let loose an arrow.
Do it.
Let's see. That is an
Never gonna
18.
make it.
I heard a 18 on the die.
24.
24 hits. Roll for damage to open up this battle.
And are they? I mean, would this get me sneak attack as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Gotta love it.
With that brand new rogue power, let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So that is 6, and then the sneak attack. 9 damage.
9 damage.
9.
Beautiful. Let me just go ahead. And so the arrow comes and slaps him in the side of the head, and all the troglodytes immediately look in your direction. And we are going to go ahead and add them to the initiative order. But in the meantime, unless there's anything else you can do, Rowan, it is your turn.
Oh boy. So which one did Hero hit?
He
The goblin.
hit the goblin, which is
goblin.
this one on the far left.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at this one right here.
The chocolate pink.
Yeah, the
one more time?
troglodyte. This one. The one on
Okay,
the
the one
opposite side
immediately
of
to the right of the goblin. Gotcha.
Yeah. So Rowan's just going to like cast a huge beam of purple light and then just kind of beam it over.
All right. Is there a save, or how does this work? How does guiding bolt work?
It's a attack roll.
Okay.
So in the 120 feet, and that's a nat 20. Yay!
Hey, let's go! Roll for critical effect
Dang.
too.
Ooh, okay, and that one I won't be using the D&D Beyond. Oh, I got a 1.
A 1 for. Dang it! Okay.
The duality.
That's fine. Well, at least you still get your max crit damage, so you'll max out your damage die and then roll for damage.
Cool. In that case, so it would be the maximum amount of damage possible, yeah?
Yeah. So like if you do,
Okay.
what is it, like a D6 or?
Yeah,
how
it's
much damage?
4d6.
4d6. So it'll be
24.
24 damage, and then roll 4d6. It'll be 24 plus.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
It's the duality of man, not 20, not 1.
Right.
And the same like turn too. Okay, so it's 24 plus 17.
24 plus 17. Jeez. All right. I mean, we're off to a good start here. Would you like to describe how you kill this troglodyte with your guiding bolt?
So Rowan is like, well, I guess we'll have to do this, and then immediately just chants like a celestial incantation and casts it with her palm, and so the purple like light goes through her palm and like straight through the torso of the troglodyte.
Let's go. I love it. All right. Anything else you want to do or can do this turn?
No, that's it. I think that's enough.
All right.
say so.
Danis, you are up.
Let me double check. That is exactly 30 feet. So Danis is gonna charge, and along the way, he's going to scream about the fact that they smell bad. And it's gonna sound something like, "Why must you smell?" And then that's going to bring him into a rage because his splitting headache is going to be their problem now.
Why must you smell?
And he's going to use his flail on this poor troglodyte. I know.
Nice.
Oh, and I would like to make that a reckless attack, if that is all right.
Of course, of course.
Do it.
So I'm gonna
Reckless fearable.
roll twice, but they're gonna get advantage on me as well. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Good. I'm glad. Minimum damage for 5 damage.
Minimum damage for 5 damage. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Maybe the stink is a little off-putting for Danis.
It made his
Maybe.
eyes water a bit. He was distracted by his own anger.
Right, right. All right. Now I'm a little scared because it's one of the group's turns, and right now there's only one person really within range of them.
You damn right.
So
And they get advantage.
they get advantage? Oh, because you reckless attacked. Oh my god. Okay.
Why would you do such a thing?
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. They're
It's
all
gonna be
a little
fine.
bad.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right. So number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna come over here. Now the good news is they can only surround you so much.
I'm
the
raging though,
troglodytes-
so I have resistance. It should be fine.
That's true.
Oh, nice.
That's true. That I think that's going to save you because these troglodytes, they get multi-attack. They get 3 attacks. Bite, claw, claw.
Oh
No,
dear.
and we're level 2.
Multi-attack?
Multi-attack.
Do you understand a concept called the action economy?
What's action economy?
I'm about to find out.
In this
And
economy?
In this,
For the top 1% coming down
I
on
think
me.
there's so I spent a lot of time with this encounter, running it over, kind of simulating a couple of things. I think there are some things that are in your favor. One, you can
No
only
one
be
put
surrounded
this
so
encounter
much.
in the Matrix.
I did.
He was like, gotta get the go.
Number 2, you are raging, but number 3, and perhaps most importantly, it's
don't.
just a D4 of damage.
Okay.
So at
Each
23, does that hit?
Why would you do such a thing?
4 damage for the first claw.
All right, I'll
For the
take
first
2.
bite, I should say.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, that also
damage.
hits. Just so you're aware.
Unnatural.
Take 3. Yeah, unnatural.
Okay.
13.
13 misses.
Huzzah.
Okay, there we go.
Jeez.
Number 2.
12 more to go. Let's go.
13.
13 misses.
Oh no.
If a 13 misses, then a 12's gotta miss.
Surprisingly enough, no. Yeah.
And then lastly for this one, how about an 18?
18 hits.
All right, and that's gonna be 4 more damage.
I'll take 2.
You're gonna take 2.
Best I can do.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That one can't get to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one can. Oh, that is... It was gonna be a 20, but it is cockeyed on my book, so we're gonna reroll that.
Oh, we love crooked rolls.
That's when he confirms the 20 with another 20.
Right?
If only. That's an 11.
Okay, 11 does not hit.
14
14 does not hit.
Oh,
Nice.
and
just in the
14
middle,
does
like,
not hit. Last one. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is the
my
turn
God.
for the troglodyte. Dennis, you have.
Dennis.
My heart is beating so fast right now. I genuinely was like, oh my gosh. He's dead. Okay. Goblin. Or no, Lenosa. My mistake. Lenosa, you are up.
Okay.
So you just see Dennis. He runs out there, swings, and is just immediately surrounded by troglodytes.
All right. Well, this is what I'm gonna do, because I can make this. I can make this work, I believe. Yeah. So, I'm going to move over to this goblin
Okay.
here, and he is gonna get conked in the head with my lovely quota staff.
Nice.
23. I'm gonna guess hits him.
This is the goblin, correct?
That is correct.
That is a hit.
All right. I'ma do this. Him take 10 damage, please.
Him do take 10 damage.
And then I got the other side of the quarterstaff that would
Okay.
also like to meet him, if that is okay with you.
Hey, let's roll to see if that other end of the quarterstaff meets this goblin.
That's a 21,
A 21 hits.
and that's 7 damage to him.
7 damage. Tell me how you kerbonk this goblin out of existence.
Nice.
So have you ever seen like one of those like really cool like ninja films where like somebody uses like some sort of pole arm to basically just like make them do the splits?
Yes.
Okay, so Lenosa aims low with the first one and basically just like conks his knee with one to make him like do the split, and then she kind of just like twirls it around her back and just slams him in the jaw with the other side of the
Nice.
pole arm.
Yes.
Teeth go flying. He just falls to the ground.
And
I
before
love it.
I'm done, I'm gonna
Okay.
use what is it called? It's called Step of the Wind. So I'm gonna get back a little bit.
Perfect.
gonna
Now,
go
does stepping back with Step of the Wind, does that bypass attacks of opportunity?
It doesn't. It does. Yeah, it does say. That.
Because
does.
you can
Okay, I was
take
gonna
the
say, I would-
disengage action as a bonus action.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's that, and just as a heads up for you, I've got full arm master. So if they come close, I get an attack of the top opportunity on them.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. Well, it would be the goblin boss's turn,
Nah.
but you just killed it. So now
Nice job.
it is
don't
group
get too
2
confident.
of the troglodytes.
You're right.
15, 20, 20.
The lizard
30,
wave comes crashing over Danis.
Oh, Dennis, no.
30,
There's so many.
16 to hit on Danis.
16 hits.
Heck.
5 damage from the first bite.
I'll take 3.
12 on the claw.
Claw misses.
And 15 for the second claw.
If it meets it, it beats it.
6 damage.
Oh, I'll take 3. They meet
Now-
me and beat me.
If you were not raging, would you have taken enough damage to knock you unconscious by now?
Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness for.
No.
By 1. By 1. It would have been just enough.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Anybody got a fireball?
Not yet.
Yeah, just hit Danis with it. He'll be
Got a
fine.
firebolt, so.
All right, Nisa, you see Danis surrounded by troglodytes. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you know. Okay. Well, got the fucking. I'm furthest away with the shortest walking speed. So, I'm gonna go my full 25 feet. Well, I can go 20 feet, I guess, and hit that guy here. Okay, 20
Okay.
feet. Target, reminder, has his own initiative right after me. So, he's coming with me Okay.
Alrighty. As far as I'm concerned, you can operate target in the same turn as you.
Cool. That works. Okay. And Nisa comes running up. She has her 2 little light hammers that are flavored to be just wrenches, and so she comes out with her giant wrenches, and she's gonna do 2 weapon fighting, which is just 1 hit with an offhanded.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit with the first one.
You guys are rolling fantastically. That hits.
Okay. Yeah. So that's 4. What is this? Bludgeoning? 4 bludgeoning damage. And then an offhanded strike with the second little hammer with a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that's 3 damage. She comes in, just hits him right in the shins, just swinging her little wrenches around, and then Target comes rolling. As Target's like rolling forward, he starts to bounce so that he can fly up 30 feet in the air and come down like a sonic hit. And he rolls up into a little ball, and you see he's just a blur of. I dropped that dice off the table. This one comes down with a unnatural 20 to hit.
Hey, that'll do. That'll do.
With a 4th strike. Okay, so he's coming down with that 4th strike. 8 damage.
8 damage. Describe to me how Target kills this troglodyte.
Target is running and he's bouncing and he just gets up 30 feet and you hear like the sonic coin noise as he just goes right through the troglodyte's body, and it comes out the other end of its body covered in blood because his back is full of spikes, and he just comes out running. He has farther move speed. He's here. Comes out ready to help Danis.
That is fantastic. You guys are killing it so far. Man, I'm only gonna be a little sad if I don't knock even one of you unconscious.
No. I don't know if I have any bonus actions or anything, but we're good. Oh, my bonus action was the offhanded attack. Got it. Never mind.
Okay.
We're good.
Gotcha.
We're good.
All right, Amadi. Round 2.
Awesome. Round 2. Fight. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm going to move right over here, up by Lenosa. And then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step.
Ooh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's go there. 30.
Nice.
And then from there, I am going to... I'm just going to start blasting. I'm going to go for this one here that's closest to the fire pit with my Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty, do it to it.
Wow. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Oh my god! Yay! That worked out great. I didn't think it would. Okay. That is 8 points of magical force damage with my Eldritch Blast.
Beautiful. Love it. All right. And as that completes your turn?
Oh yeah, that's my whole turn.
Alrighty. Aurelian.
Nice. Okay, so seeing Danis surrounded up here, I'm gonna run. Try to run in. Let's see. I can get up there. So I'm gonna run into the middle of this. And I'm gonna yell. On my way over, I'm gonna pull out one of my rapiers and cut one of my fingers a little bit and say, "Stay away from my friend, you foul bastards!" And then I'm gonna cast Bane on these 3 creatures, the ones to the top right of him.
Okay, so the one immediately above to the right, and then diagonal to the right
L
of
shape
Danis.
around him.
Okay,
Yeah, so
gotcha.
it's a DC 14 Charisma save.
Ooh. All right, well, let's first find out if they pass or fail, and then we'll figure out what that does.
Cool.
The first one fails, second one fails, third one succeeds. So what happens to the ones that fail?
So they, whenever a target fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attacker saving throw. And it lasts.
Beautiful. And how long does that last?
It lasts for 1 minute, and it's concentration. Just FYI.
Nice. All right. So 6 minutes or 6 rounds, concentration. And nothing happens to the one that succeeds.
And then nothing happens to them. But then with my bonus action, I will take my other rapier and try to attack the one to my right here, the one that's up against target.
Okay.
So 20, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 hits.
Yes. And we'll do a d6, and that's a 5, and then sneak attack, because target and Danis.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. Amazing. That sneak attack is going to come in clutch.
Yes.
All right.
And that's it.
Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Rowan.
Rowan, seeing how everybody else is running, is like, well, may as well.
YOLO! It's a bones day after all.
Exactly. The pug has bones. I'm going in. And she's going to attack with her spear.
Okay.
This one right here.
I didn't see a ping. Is it to the one to your right or above you?
Yeah, the one in between me and Danis.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And that is a 22 to hit.
A 22 hits. Man, you guys are throwing huge rolls.
I'm honestly shocked how good. And that is 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage, all
to
right.
this one right here. And then before putting her shield back up, she's going to cast Healing Word on Danis.
Awesome.
So that will be a total of 4 plus 4, 8 HP. You get 8 HP back.
Yes.
Danis is
Awesome.
looking great after that. He looks like he's been hit, but not too much.
Hey,
If
we'll
you
take
come
those.
out of this without even a single person going unconscious, you don't open out to make it harder, right?
No.
No.
All right. Danis.
Because I would call that luck, no.
Sometimes luck
That's
is in
true.
our favor.
Aside from the
just
one
luck.
miss, you've only had one miss so far. That's incredible.
So I just want to throw this out there because I forgot, and if I don't mention it, I'll continue to forget. But
Yes.
with my last strike with the flail, it did minimum damage, which I said was 5. It was actually supposed to be 7 because rage damage. I didn't include that.
And that was on the one immediately above you.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right, we'll just,
Once
I
they
think it was
started-
that one.
Reckless.
Once they started to converge on Danis, both myself
Kinda
and
lost
Danis,
track.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Danis is once again going to reckless strike because barbarian, and I can with the flail.
Before you reckless strike, the stench of these creatures being surrounding you is causing you to retch a little bit. Make a Constitution saving throw.
No. Danis, no.
Constitution, huh?
Laugh
That's
because
a
it was bad.
7 because I
knew
rolled a 2. This is your fault. Don't heavily sigh at me like I did this to you.
I chose this, you're right. It's all going according to plan. Danis, you are poisoned until the start of this creature's next turn.
Heck.
Perfect. I will add the poison condition.
How does
It is
poison work?
done. I have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So with Reckless Strike, I'm going to be rolling 1. However, all right, we'll cross that. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Give me my number. Give me my number. What is my number? That's a 17, so
For the attack hit,
23 to hit.
that
with the
hits.
flail. Okay, so Danis is going to hit the one that is directly in front of him.
Okay.
Now. 3, 7, 9 damage.
9 damage. You kill it.
Okay, so Danis just kind of comes down with the flail directly into this thing. It gets the force basically just sweeps it off of its feet, and it doesn't bounce or anything. It just hits the ground really solid. Danis is also really good at 2-weapon fighting, so he's going to pull out his quarterstaff. He had actually seen Lenosa beat the shit out of the goblin with a quarterstaff, so he decides it's time to hit the troglodyte directly to his right with the quarterstaff.
Danis with the continual surprising.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right, quarterstaff is 1d6. 3, 4, 9 again.
9 again. Awesome.
That is all for Danis for this turn.
All right. Aurelian, remind me again. The Bane is disadvantage on attack rolls.
It's they roll a d4 whenever they go to attack or save, and then you subtract.
Oh,
that
that's
from
right.
the
Then
roll.
you subtract it. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't 9. I was adding strength to that, so it should be 4 less. It should be 5 damage.
Gotcha. Corrected. This music is lit. All right. The one in the top left here is going to attack Rowan.
What?
22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's going to be 5 damage with the bite.
Not a
21 to
barbarian.
hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits, obviously.
4 more damage. And lastly, 13 with the second claw.
Oh, that one
Does
doesn't
that
hit.
hit?
Oh, like the
Okay,
damage.
okay.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
I only
13
have
to
15
hit.
HP. What?
Oh, no.
The one to the top right of Danis is going to roll to attack, and he's going to subtract the Bane from his 20 to hit, which will make it a 16.
16 hits.
Oh, okay. That's going to be 6 damage,
I'll take 3.
reduced. Do you want me to give you the halves, or do you want me to give you the totals?
No, I just want to keep reminding you that I am taking half damage so that you. No, it's not to be a dick. I just want I just want to make sure that everybody
Yeah.
knows that I'm doing that and that
Okay.
it's all calculated. Both
Cool,
you and
just-
the viewers at home.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with continuing to give you the full damage. I just don't want you to be like, for the 30th time, I take half damage.
Yeah.
All right, 18 to hit on the first claw.
I also like making it sound like I kind of have a say in the matter about how much damage.
Right?
Oh, I take 3.
No.
That's going to be 6 on the first claw. And the second claw is going to miss. And then the one immediately to your right is going to come in. That's going to be a miss. 14?
14 does not hit.
Miss. So that one misses altogether.
You love it.
Lenosa.
Hello,
You are
it's
up.
me. Second
It's
verse,
you.
same as first. I'm gonna come over here to this one, and I'm gonna hit him with the quarterstaff because it's my favorite thing to do is hit the quarterstaff. That's 12 to hit. Does a 12 hit?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Okay.
I should probably pay attention. A 12 does hit.
Okay, it's okay. That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Got it.
And Polar Master gonna do it again. That's 21 this time.
21 hits. Sorry, I was just sitting here vibing to the music, staring at roll 20,
That's
just...
an additional 10 damage to this fool.
You kill it!
Nice.
Neat. And that. Wait, hold on. Actually, Okay. Nah. I think I'm good where I'm at.
Think you're good?
Yeah, I think I'm good with that. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That's gonna bring us around Goblin Group, or Troglodyte Group number 2. This one immediately below Danis, he's gonna try to get some of that Aurelian action.
Can you blame him?
Oh,
Yeah, that first bite, it's gonna be a 22 to hit.
that will definitely hit.
Oh no.
It's gonna be 6 piercing damage. 10 to hit on the claw,
No,
and 19 to hit on the second claw.
definitely.
That'll be 4 more slashing damage.
Was that 10 total?
That was, 6 plus 4. Yep,
Yeah,
10
cool,
total.
cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, I don't shrug it off the same way Danis does.
Right. This troglodyte, he doesn't like armadillos much.
Rude.
7 to hit.
That does not hit.
16.
That hits.
That's gonna be 4 slashing damage, and then a 10 to hit.
Okay. 10 misses, 4 damage. I'm trying to figure out how much health.
Alright.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Well, that's it for the troglodyte's turn. Nisa, why don't you finish us off on round 2?
Perfect. So as you hit target, you see like he has a huge gash in him and is very broken, but is still still working. He's kind of sparking, and he can't fly. He turns towards the troglodyte that hits it, and kind of comes at him with a force strike towards his legs.
Okay.
Oh, 22 to hit.
A 22 hits.
Nice.
Okay. Max damage. 9 force damage.
Nice. Okay.
And then Nisa sees that Danis threw up, so she stays where she is and takes out her boomerang and is super offended that someone has attacked her massive, wonderful creation. So she's going to take her boomerang out to the same troglodyte with a natural 20. Hey!
Let's go.
Nat 20. Fuck off.
Roll
my
for that critical
armadillo. Okay, I got a 10.
A 10 plus what's your modifier on that?
For attack.
For your 2 hit.
Yeah.
So 12.
12.
Yes.
That hits. All right, so you're going to do
Heck
your
yeah.
crit damage plus the effect.
Big card, finally.
That is
How
going
dare you touch
to
target?
be... How dare you touch target? What kind of damage did you do? Slashing, piercing, bludgeoning,
It is
magical?
bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning. Battered shoulder. Maximum damage. So that
the
means not only do you
boomerang.
get your maximum, like, how much, what's your D? Is it a D10, D6, D8?
6.
For your 6. So you're going to do the D6 plus another D6, both maxed. So that's 12 damage plus your modifier.
Nice.
4. So
4?
16 damage.
16 damage. You kill it.
Yay!
So Nisa's like, she sees this troglodyte attack her precious creation, just goes, and hurls a boomerang at it. And just cuts it in half.
Perfect. Troglodyte at the waist, falls to the floor. Awful.
Oh my gosh!
I'm
All
just
right.
standing there like,
Full of rage.
not quite
not
the
the only
same
one.
rage as Danis.
Right, not quite the same. Same but different. Same but different. Amadi.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, I was just saying that's
round 3.
All right, so Amadi's just gonna go ahead and take like a single step forward towards the campfire there. Yeah, that's good. And then I am going to go ahead and cast Arms of Hadar. So I need the 2 troglodytes, the one that's like far north above the dead body and the one that's to the right there within 10 feet of me, to make strength saving throws DC 15.
They both fail.
Wonderful. So they're going to take 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until their next turn.
Okay.
So that'll be 9 points of necrotic damage for both of them.
All right. So the one here diagonal to Danis, not looking so good. The other one, tell me how you kill it with Arms of Hadar.
So I just sort of step forward and I just like push my arms out to my side and like drag up from the ground, and these huge black shadow tentacles just sort of whip out and hopefully blow up that one's head. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
I always aim for the head.
Mystified. In both like MYS and MIS.
Perfect. I love it. And then I'm just gonna be like, leave Dennis alone. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I say it sort of. I'm like, leave Dennis alone. Leave him. Leave him be. He's the sweetest boy. And then that's my turn.
All right. Aurelian, before you get started on your third round here, you took damage last round, yeah?
I did.
All right, roll a Constitution check to make sure you maintain Bane. It'd be
Okay.
DC 10.
All right. That is a 12 on the die.
12. So you continue your concentration on the Bane.
Good. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Nice. The one directly atop of me, I'm going to take my rapier and just try to stick them. That is not great. It is a 14.
A 14 will hit, but there is actually one more thing I need you to do.
Yeah.
That's going to be another Constitution saving throw, because that stench is just putrid!
One wouldn't be enough. All right. Let's do it. 6, 7, 8, 9. I fail.
9. You too are poisoned.
Oh, all right. So I will roll again on that attack.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Ooh, that is an 8.
An 8. Is that after your modifier?
Yes, after the modifier.
Okay, so that's going to be a miss then.
Go to strike him, and I retch for a moment.
Yeah.
But with my offhand, I'll go ahead and try to swing again at disadvantage.
Okay.
A 10 to hit.
Just misses.
The smell is getting to me.
It's bad. That smell is bad. Rowan, you too. This stench is just something else. Please make a Constitution check. Saving throw. My mistake. Saving throw.
Oh boy.
And if that would have made any difference for you, Aurelian, Constitution save versus check, feel free to remake it.
Nope, but thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution check.
Save.
Save? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so that is a 16. Yeah.
16. So yeah, you start to smell and you're just like, oh, that's bad. But you just kind of like steel yourself for a moment, gain your composure, and you are fine. Proceed with your turn.
Okay. Well, Rowan's pissed. Basically just getting chunked out. She's not looking good. So she's going to try and hit this guy again with her spear.
Okay.
And that is a 12?
A 12 hits.
Yes. Okay. Woo! I didn't think we would make it this far, to be honest.
It's looking good for everyone. I will admit it's looking good.
So that's a 4 to hit. But sorry, I don't play a cleric, so I'm trying to see
Oh,
with
you're
the channel
absolutely
divinity.
fine.
Channel
That's going to
divinity.
give me time to move these 20 tokens out from the bushes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Cool. Happy about that.
Love that for us.
Oh snap!
found out
This
they
is
had
really
cleave as well.
amazing.
What's your
Okay,
channel divinity?
Yeah.
so on top of the 4 piercing damage from the spear, I get to add 9 extra points of necrotic damage.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Wow, I should play clerics more often.
Right?
I like it.
Super dope.
Clerics are busted.
I like it.
So I heard numbers. I heard a 4 to attack, and then I heard 9 necrotic damage. What's going on?
So it's 4 piercing damage
Oh, it's
and
4
9 necrotic.
piercing. Okay.
And 9 necrotic.
Nice.
Okay, you kill it. Would you like to
Yeah.
flavorify the death?
Yes. Rowan stabs him through the neck, and so the initial pierce doesn't really do anything, but then after the pierce, you see like purple like tendrils kind of pop up, like around his or their body, and so really it's the necrotic damage that kills it.
Bad ass.
Nice.
Got anything else to do, Rowan?
Yeah, everyone else is dead over there, so I'm gonna try and back away.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I'm gonna step behind the Nosa.
Alrighty.
Good place to be.
Well, no, so protect.
Yeah, Lenosa has proven good protect. Danis, please make a Constitution saving throw.
This one's the one. 22.
22. You are finally. You're kind of getting that olfactory dullness sensation. The stench is kind of calming down, and you too are becoming immune to the stench and are no longer poisoned.
That's good for me, bad for the troglodytes.
It sure is.
Danis turns towards the troglodyte that hit Aurelian last, and he's going to reckless strike once more with the flail.
Okay.
That's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Sorry, let me phrase that like a DM. Does a 25 hit?
25.
Jinkies.
And
Mister.
with the quarterstaff, it's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, both of those hit.
6, 10, 12 for the first hit. And then 3 for the second hit. Sorry, math is hard.
So first, I'm going to apply this little icon to your character here to just signify that Danis might be a little salty right now. And then number 2, tell me how you killed that troglodyte that was attacking Aurelian.
So, Danis, being the unrelenting force that he is, wheels on this thing as soon as he hears Aurelian take that hit, and he goes for the flail to the face, but it dodges at the last second, hits it right in the shoulder. It can't really move because its collarbone is broken, and he comes with the left hand quarterstaff and does get the face on the second one, knocking it to the ground. It just goes from standing to on the ground in mere moments.
It's like, I know there's other shows that do it, but like in Family Guy or whatever, where it'll be like a single frame from like standing upright to horizontal, just like no movement in between, just bam.
Yep, exactly. That's the last movement it ever had.
Alright. Does that complete your turn, Danis?
It does, for now.
Alright, for now. Oh, jeez. Okay. The last 2 remaining troglodytes out of 10, they're gonna try. They're gonna try to take you down. A 6 isn't gonna do it. A natural 20 might.
Oh my god.
Natural 20 might.
Let's see for critical effect. Does a 17 confirm?
A 17 does confirm.
All right, 17. That's not so bad. You're just gonna have disadvantage on your next attack. As far as the actual damage, though, that would be Math is hard.
Facts.
It'd be 9 damage before mitigated by your rage. And then the third claw is gonna miss. And that leaves the last troglodyte to see if he can do some damage to you. 21 to hit,
21 hits.
4 damage. 19 to hit,
Hits.
6 damage. And off the
Wow.
table, 18 to hit,
Hits.
6 damage. 4 damage, sorry, 4.
Okay, I'll take 2.
All right. That felt good. I might not have knocked you unconscious, but I'm happy with that round. Lenosa, what you got?
Hello. So she's gonna run over around like right here, and she's going to quarterstaff attack. I don't know if I can do anything else. That's 25 to hit.
A 25 hits.
He's aiming at this one in front of her for this one. And that actually is gonna be... that's 11 damage, please.
11 damage. Tell me how you kill it.
I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude. So she basically takes the quarterstaff that has a nice shiny like metal part on the end and literally jams it in his mouth and just like slams him into the ground.
Beautiful.
And with
Beautiful.
Polar Master, she's going to basically like rip it and just like try and hit the guy behind him, this lovely troglodyte here, with that second attack. That's 10. Gonna miss that
10
one.
is gonna miss.
That's it.
Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk.
Run towards target.
Oh.
I determine that the rest of the group has it together, and I do go collect my child. That is 1 health point away from being broken.
So close.
I didn't realize it was that close. Oh,
it's
man.
it's a bitty baby, just
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah.
We're bit of babies.
That it was
So I
like
hold-
scratched up or whatever. I was like, okay, that's
little
that's
baby.
nice flavor.
No one's like, this isn't so bad. Jenna's like,
Nisa's just holding target. That's it. That's all she does. She's like, they're
biggest-
fine.
Amadi round 4.
Round 4, I kept on blasting. I'm just gonna shoot at the troglodyte that's between Danis and Lenosa. And while I shoot, I want to just like look at Lenosa and be like, that was fantastic. That was so good. Like, wow. I am impressed. Oh shit. 15.
Nice.
15 hits.
Oh, good, good. I was worried. Okay. That's such a good Eldritch Blast. I think it's gonna die, but it's 1 point of force damage.
1 point of force damage. No.
No, I didn't think so, but I was hopeful.
It's helpful. Every point helps.
I was so distracted by Lenosa's big stab that my bolt barely hit. And I'm gonna be a little embarrassed by that. And I'm just gonna sort of like hide my finger gun finger like I was itching my back.
You know, everybody roll perception. See if you notice how much.
I was like, oh,
I'm gonna say
wow.
Danis probably does not notice.
Poor Dan.
Right, like you go to do like the fake handshake through the hair thing. But
Yeah,
like,
I'm like-
finger blast. Like, no, I wasn't shooting. I was just adjusting my
I
hair.
was fixing my hood.
See, my favorite is when I'm about to trip and then I go into a jog. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got places to be.
Right. Yeah.
The 5, Rowan doesn't know anything.
yeah, same.
No.
Yeah.
Says,
No one notices when I slip up. It's great. That's my turn.
All right. Aurelian.
Do I have to roll a con save still?
No, you were because we'll say that the creatures once they're dead somehow magically no longer stench.
Nice, we like that. So what I'm gonna try to do is, with Danis's like quarterstaff embedded in this troglodyte, I'm gonna try to like put my hand on it and like leap over it, to like get over to yonder, and then as I go over, try to stick this guy with the rapier.
Okay.
But unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 hits.
Yes. Oh, like nothing. 7 damage.
7 damage.
And then
See, Amadi, it did matter because your 1 damage brought it down to 7 HP.
I'm gonna throw up finger guns to Amadi.
That kill later.
Yes.
Hey, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Yeah, it was actually.
I
For
didn't
Dennis.
take any damage that whole time.
Oh my god.
It was fine.
10 troglodytes and a goblin boss downed with nary a drop of sweat broken. That is...
Well, the
I'm
narrator
only
speaks,
slightly
you just
sad.
hear,
Aurelian falls to his knees, like bleeding profusely, and like, oh god.
I like kind of package up Target, put him back in my bag, and just. Are you okay, Aurelian?
I'm fine. I'll live.
Well, I can't help you. Rowan!
Appreciate the
Aurelian's
honesty.
bleeding.
You turn and Rowan's on the ground.
He's also bleeding.
Don't mind me, Rowan. I'll be
I'm just
fine.
standing there, like, looking, like, Rowan? Deannis?
So just to clarify, the troglodyte that's between Target and myself was the one that hit Aurelian, right?
Yes.
Danis is going to pick it up by the face and throw it as far as he can.
I love that.
Like, I'll be on my
Would you
knees.
like me to make an athletics check?
Yeah, let's do it.
You just hear somebody in a bush really far away just go,
That's an 18, so 24 for athletics.
Jesus.
24 for athletics. You know, I know there's like a table or some kind of calculation as far as how far you can throw it, but we're just gonna say it lands in the bushes.
Nice.
Outside, just
God.
like you just see
some
the
startled birds just go flying.
Yeah, the body disappears into the trees,
Stop
and then you
hurting
see
my
some birds fly away.
I love this for you.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Danis is like, he's like very flexed and very tense as he's like breathing very heavily, and the irises of his eyes begin to show again after a couple moments. Oh, just breathe.
Yeah. In and out,
You did.
I guess.
You did great.
And he opens his
Marty?
eyes. Oh.
I like look over the field and check on Amadi and Lenosa.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you guys
fine.
okay?
I don't. Lenosa looks pretty hurt, but I'm fine.
Me?
Lenosa?
Yeah, didn't you get the bit or no?
No.
Oh no, never mind. You did the stabbing, not the other. We're fine.
She says that genuinely confused, like,
Sorry, you know the heat of battle. You see blood everywhere. It's not sure whose blood is who. I never got close enough to really see what was happening. So Rowan needs some love, though. I think Rowan and Aurelian might be dying.
Yeah, Nisa walks over, like leaves Aurelian, and like walks over to Rowan, knowing that Rowan can heal people. Rowan, can I help you? I have a healer's kit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap right here, but that'd be great.
Take a nap right here.
Take nap right here.
perhaps we could vacate these newly minted corpses and find this spot as a short rest of some kind.
Danis, can you burn
Yes.
them on the fire?
I wouldn't recommend
That's
burning
gonna
these.
I don't know if we
smell
want to
really
smell
bad.
that more.
Unless you are enjoying that particular scent, Nisa.
What happened to them?
What? They just spontaneously combusted and exploded at the same time. It was so wild to watch. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
That's so good.
Aurelian, when they
Looks over at Amadi.
combusted, is that how you got hurt?
I look at Amadi because I don't like lying to Danis.
Be sad.
I'm fine. I'll be all right. And I stand up and I just kind of brush off my shoulders.
Oh, I feel guilty
Danis
now.
kind of grabs you by the shoulders and helps you to your feet.
Thank you, my
You
friend,
will be all right.
for everything.
And as he says that, he casts Healing Word on you, and you feel like a wave of health.
Danis can heal, and I'm just over here like picking up bandages and stitches. What do I do?
Can I
Did I do a medicine check for? I think it's
for Rowan?
Yeah, for Rowan.
Yeah. I will assist.
You get 6 health.
Thank you.
Just kidding. It's a 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will assist with that just because I feel like I would be like, yeah, wrap this here.
Do this. Do that.
Touch here. Can I check out the goblin's body? See if there. It's
Yeah.
rare that I really want to loot corpses, but I just feel like it's interesting that this goblin was like screaming commands at all of these little trash creatures that smell like garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. Goblins are a semi-common creature that you would
Right.
come across in the world. This one is outfitted a little bit differently, not like the usual goblin, almost like it's a leader of some kind, like definitely in charge of this group of troglodytes. The goblin itself has a chain shirt and a shield, a scimitar, and a javelin. But otherwise, there's nothing on its person.
Nisa, can you use this? And I just like hold up the chain shirt that I've stripped off the goblin. 'Cause it's
Well, if I can't wear it, I'll absolutely rip it apart.
I
But,
don't think this will fit anyone else in party.
What was your assist, Rowan, for the medicine check? Did I stab you with needles? Maybe, Rowan?
My check to help, I guess, was 9 plus 6. 15? So,
You guided me through this.
yeah, I feel
Yeah, you got this.
cool. It's like, I hope that helps.
Then you just get 2 HP.
Hey, that's now I'm almost half health, so I'll take that. Every
Is
bit
that with your
counts.
healing kit that you're doing that?
Yeah, it has 10 charges.
Okay, cool.
And then,
Thank you.
charges, 10 uses. And then I'll go take the chain shirt.
Rowan has tetanus now. Oh no!
Oh no!
Rip.
Is it specifically chain mail or is it specifically chain shirt?
Chain
Chain
shirt.
shirt.
Okay, sweet, thank you.
Because of Aurelian's hesitancy, Amadi feels a little bit guilty, so they're gonna sort of like meander over to Danis and be like, "So, do you know what happens when your eyes go funny?
When my eyes go what?
They go like you can't see the whites of your eye, like they go, you can't see them. They look different.
Sometimes your mind seems to go other places.
My grandmother used to say the same thing, that I have trouble being in the moment.
Well,
But
yeah.
to answer your question, no, I've never seen my own eyes.
Okay, so when you get like really angry about things, like for example, animal parts in vegan alcohols, or really bad smells when you're hungover, you get a little violent, Dennis. It's not a bad thing. You've kept us alive quite a few times, but
he kind of like puts his hand up to his mouth and he looks back and forth between Rowan and Aurelian.
Did I hurt you?
You protected us, if anything.
Oh,
Lenosa's in the background, like nodding slowly, like.
So,
is everyone gonna be okay?
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
to you.
we are.
Thanks to you.
yeah.
Yeah, what Lenosa said. You're like a hero.
I'll try to be careful.
You do such a good job, though, Dennis. Like, you only have ever hurt the things that are trying to hurt us. So, that has been wonderful.
This happened before?
No.
Yes.
So,
I'm sorry. I can't lie to him anymore. He's so sweet, and I feel guilty. I feel guilty about lying.
You
That's rare.
protected us from those rats
The
before.
big ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
they were really nasty and gross, and they kept attacking, and they were like sleeping in the alcohol that you drank,
Yeah. My cat
which is
is
gross
so
and
sad.
not allowed.
This is probably hard to understand.
I'm gonna sit down and think about things
Amongst
for a
the
while.
dead bodies?
We can all find a place to sit down, maybe somewhere more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, we fit. I will start moving bodies.
Yeah,
away.
like after she like finished off like assuring Dennis, she just started grabbing troglodyte bodies and just like moving them.
Dude, the troglodytes have... This is really gross. Do they have like nails or claws that I can just like rip off
They
their
do.
bodies? Okay.
They have claws.
They used them to bite us a lot. Scratch us a lot.
They did. I didn't get attacked by them though.
Boone is
Never.
intimately aware.
Right, Rowan's just like
gonna
sleeping and
casually be
Still in the
ripping
grass.
off-
I've got a question. Do you go into the woods to try to find the one that was Yote?
No, just the general
So
vicinity.
that one's gone.
Yes.
worth it.
But how many do they have? They have like 3 or 2 or 1? Like, what's their hands look like?
I will get you an answer on that. I want to say it's at least 3 per hand.
All right, that's a lot. 3 times 9.
Rowan, do you need more healing?
27.
I
you.
think that I'll be okay once I can get some rest.
Okay.
4 per hand, 4 per foot.
Oh, okay. That's a lot. More.
72.
A lot. I have 72 claws. Vibing in my bag of holding.
Oh god. It's gonna be a gross bag.
I know.
That is like a gross bag.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
19.
14.
At a 5, Lenosa.
15.
3 ain't enough, man. I need 5.
I got the 13.
On the ground, I can hear everything.
What did you roll, Rowan?
Sorry?
I got a 15.
Yeah, perception.
11.
11. Okay. So y'all are kind of tending to your wounds, consolidating the Trog bodies and dismembering their claws for reasons, I suppose. Actually, before we do that, I think that was a beautiful roleplay moment between Danis and Amadi, and I think they both should get fate tokens.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Thanks.
That was I really enjoyed that. That was really sweet.
Heck yeah.
I just
Amadi's starting to have feelings. Let me grab my boot.
Casually, while they're being praised, Nisa is just like knee deep in like bleeding fingerless troglodytes. Is there anything else on them that I would be interested in, like metal or scales?
the troglodytes they're basically just unclothed lizards with no weapons, just
I leave them the
pure
way they are.
animal.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I take
the
all
goblin though.
72 claws and leave
Yes.
them.
The goblin, in addition to the chain shirt, it's got like chain armor, like bits and bobs and like rings and bracelets and whatnot. So you are free to take all the metal from it to do as you wish. So y'all are sort of making camp. You figure there's already a campsite here. Might as well make use of it. You hear some twigs snapping in the brush just outside of the light from the campfire as the sun continues to go down. And you see emerge from the brush a grizzled man dressed in green and brown leather. He's got a short sword sheathed on his hip and a long bow on his back with a quiver of arrows. He says in a low, gruff voice, "That was some mighty fine work. It's not safe out here so close to the sundown, though. Come with me. You can stay the night in my farm. You'll be safe there. And frankly, I could use some extra hands to make sure my family stays safe."
Seems better than sleeping out here, if I'm honest.
I mean,
I would also, like a bed. Do you have a bed? Is there beds?
Yeah, I've got some accommodations. I don't have beds for 6 of you, but we can make do.
Can we make do?
Yeah, we can make do.
So we make do?
Lenosa, you seem like we are on the same page as far as trusting people goes. What do you think?
Please do not mistake my question for lack of politeness, but who are you exactly?
I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself
You're
in
asking him.
the
I thought you were asking me. And I was
No.
like, Lenosa, we have been friends for at least 2 weeks.
Who are you?
Did you get bonked in the head a little too hard?
The shade.
Did not.
I'm sorry, why are you talking to me? Oh no.
Anyways, I agree. Who is this man?
I'm sorry, I got distracted with the chaos of the battle. I just got excited. My name's Alan Claiborne, retired ranger.
Do you have like a
Nice to meet you.
that's better. That's a better response than what I
Likewise.
had.
I'm Danis. Danis of the Great Wood.
Nice to meet you, Danis.
Well,
I'm
thank
called
you.
Lenosa.
Name's Aurelian.
Rowan.
Oh, I guess we're all just giving everything up. Okay, hi, I'm Nisa.
Hello, I'm Suzette.
Suzette. Amadi, what?
Shut the fuck
Hey, that last one little introduction kind of raises an eyebrow, but
Look, sir, I don't trust you. I don't know you. You just show up after we kill a bunch of troglodytes, congratulate us. You didn't help us at all. Aurelian and Rowan almost died, and you're just like watching from the shadows. You expect me to give you my real name?
No,
Amadi, you don't
I
know, like,
totally
their
understand.
story? Like,
Okay.
they
Well.
could have, like, this is just one man. What if these troglodytes took out the entire... What do you have, like a village, a clan? Like, what do
I'm
you
just
have?
saying that
I,
could
like,
have
look
been
at the map.
7 of us instead, seven of us instead of 6 of us. He's a retired ranger who knows how to use a bow, probably.
Retired, he did know how to use a bow.
Probably still does. I don't think you forget how
To
to
be
do that.
fair, there are 6 of us, and currently one of him. And he did
That's
watch
fair.
us take out all of those creatures, so...
Nisa
Okay.
just pouts
Hey,
at the going back and forth between Amadi.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hit you with a lizard thing, did I?
He seems a little confused by that, so you would wager that he didn't see what happened. He's like, no, you didn't.
Well, if you happen to be exploring this area later, you may find a troglodyte corpse lying about in the bushes somewhere. Let's just say that.
Fair. The more corpses, the better, I always say.
Well,
Cheers.
I hope that for your sake that you're specifically talking about troglodytes and not just in general.
Oh, of course. Wouldn't mean it any other way.
Well, you need not to worry so much about accommodating me, but we do have injured friends, and if you are looking to assist, then I say lead the way.
Well, I'll be honest, normally I wouldn't just invite a group of strangers into my home so quickly, especially given everything going on around here, but you seem to handle yourselves, your motivations seem aligned with mine, and be happy to help.
No?
That's fair.
By all the means.
Oh, I was just gonna say I need a nap. What were you gonna say, Aurelian?
I was gonna say lead the way.
All right, follow me if you will. And he just walks back out onto the main path.
I'm gonna hang back here for a second and just be like, Nisa, look, I'm sorry that I snapped at you. You embarrassed me just a little bit out there.
Well, I
So
wasn't
just
trying to embarrass you.
I know you weren't, and I'm sorry. I responded aggressively. That was not fair. But we need to keep
aggressive
an eye
to
on
like
this
random
man.
strangers, but you probably shouldn't be aggressive to like the people who you spend all your time with.
No, I know, and that's why I'm apologizing. But next time I give someone a name that's not a name you recognize, can you not correct me? Can we make that deal?
I'm really bad at being suspicious, so yes.
That's fair.
But I also might forget your name. Like
That's
your
also
new
fair.
name, but not like your
That's
name
okay.
name. Like I know your name is Amadi, but not like
Sure.
name.
Like Suzette.
Yeah, like
Like
Suzette.
that.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You can forget
I was
it,
gonna
but
say
if I
Barbara.
say
See, I forgot already.
if I say something like "Hi, I'm Suzette," then don't just be like "Amadi." What? That's not your name. And then we'll be
Fair.
good. Okay, very
Well,
good.
you know,
Let's go.
I'm just over here thinking about the other things and not names, because like everyone has a name. She just begins to ramble.
I'm just gonna start like walking like and like kind of like bumping her back with my mage hand as like a gentle guide of like we just
While I'm like rambling, I just like start waterfalling into like this idea for an invention, and I like pull out my paper and I'm just like writing things down, just all to myself.
You were kind of like hanging back, having this discussion before you joined him. Is that correct?
I wanted to like walk and talk, but like just a little bit back.
Just a little bit behind him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he's going to lead you through town, and I switched over to the map on Roll20 if you want to take a little bit of a gander there. The sun has gone down now. It is dark outside. So you're coming in from the southeast side of town here, and he'll just kind of lead you into the main sort of circle of town. Not a light on anywhere. Not a single person aside from U7 and Target. Completely dead quiet. And he's just gonna keep walking the path, and he's gonna keep looking, like, you know, keeping an eye out for things.
While we're walking and Nisa thinks of her invention, she's gonna look for a stick large enough that Danis can use it. So she's basically has this idea that I will not pronounce out loud, but is looking to make an item that Danis, so much larger than she's looking for a stick the size of her.
Okay, so like a branch.
Yeah. It would essentially, I guess, be the size of a
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah,
like
I
what
got you.
Lenosa thinks, like what Lenosa has.
Yeah, there's plenty of little groupings of trees and whatnot that you can probably find one down on the ground pretty easily, as a matter of fact. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You can find it.
Cool. I now utilize it as a walking stick until
Okay.
I have a long rest.
Alrighty. Aurelian, did you start to have a question?
It just seems awful quiet around here. Is there any, do I notice any like inns or a bar, anything like that?
Roll a perception.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So coming into town, you actually see two buildings. You can't quite make out the signs from a distance, but they very clearly look like inns or taverns. Not a single light on.
Why is it so quiet around here tonight?
Well, I'm not sure how much you know about what's going on here, and be happy to fill you in once we're back at the farm, but pretty much everything south of the lake, abandoned.
The lake.
Why did they abandon it?
I wish I could answer that.
Everyone just up and left, huh?
That's what it would seem like, but I just don't believe it. It's not like these people to just go.
I don't blame you for not believing it. People don't just leave their homes.
I just kind of left my home once. That's how I got here.
I guess that's
To
true.
leave for a reason?
Yes.
Is it a bad reason?
No.
Well, that's good.
not trying to pry too much, but I am curious. Also, I like lean on this giant stick that I have, and I'm like, so I have an idea, but I noticed that you don't have any metal on you at all.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. But even if you like hold something that has metal on it,
No,
that's not uncomfortable, or no, you don't want it?
no, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay, I have an idea. Do you like pictures? Like carved into things?
Yeah, but I've never been very artistic.
What if I did it?
He kind of like looks like he's trying to be polite, but he's not sure what he's in for.
You like birds, right?
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna engrave this large stick right here with a lot of birds, and then it'll be a surprise. I have this idea, I just need some time to like put it all together so that it'll do what I want it to do.
He kind of like folds his hands over and looks a little bit nervous.
Could it maybe be owl bears?
That'd be scary. They're so much larger than literally everybody. Well, maybe not you. Well, no, yes, you.
Yeah,
I
they
can
definitely can be.
try.
He kind of like shifts his headdress a little bit.
And I kind of just like quickly like as you're shifting, I take it as you're like dismissing me, and I quickly shift to Aurelian. Aurelian, if you could have any weapon in the world, what would you want?
That's a great question.
That's like, something that I could actually feasibly make, not just like, any weapon in the world. I got ahead of myself here.
I believe that you possibly could, but I put my hands kind of like tap my rapiers and say I'm pretty partial to these. They're nimble and quick and seem to do the job pretty well.
And what's your favorite color?
I'm partial to red.
The most expensive color. Love that. All right. And I turn to Rowan and I'm like, I still have ideas for you and I have no idea about you yet. We're going to work this out. Everything's fine. And I just like walk away. I don't know where I'm going, but I just walk away.
All right.
Then also like keeps an eye, so like she makes sure that Nisa doesn't just like wander into a bush somewhere.
Not obliviously walk away, but I'm walking away as if to dramatically dismiss myself from the conversation at hand.
I accept that.
And I find myself, I sit myself. I assume we're not going anywhere else. Assuming we aren't going anywhere else, she'll find a spot to sit and start carving on some wood.
Well, they are continuing to walk down the path.
She takes a break from the group. And instead of carving the wood, she'll draw what she's going to carve, and then she'll rejoin the group.
Okay. So they get a little bit ahead of you, but you just got to get that thought on the paper, and then you kind of scramble to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll reflex. No. So as you round the corner, the road's kind of following a little outlet from the lake that runs into the main river. And as you round that corner, things seem to be a little bit more lively. Not a whole lot, like it's not raucous. People aren't out and about screaming, having a good time, but you at least see some lights on in a house or two here and there. You see the big temple to the north that you saw when you came over the hill to the south. It's got some torches lit, but otherwise nobody's outside. You might see some lights on in some houses, but nobody's outside. Just still very quiet. And Alan's still just leading. He'll look behind him every now and again just to make sure you all are still there, but for the most part his attention is turned to either side of him, just making sure nothing's going to get the jump on anybody. And finally you get to Alan's ranch. You can tell it's a lot nicer than the rest of the places that you've passed. It's definitely a new building. recently constructed, solidly constructed. It's not run down. The paint is fresh. It's not sun dried or broken or cracked or anything. You see some goats wandering in a field behind the structure. Some pigs. Seems like a functional ranch. Then he'll lead you inside and just kind of gesture around, like, you can have a seat anywhere you'd like.
And Marty will just stand in the corner, sort of like,
Danis is gonna sit cross-legged, just on the floor.
Now Nisa goes off to the side and begins carving on some wood.
Lynn also finds a spot near the door and just like sits cross-legged.
Lean up against the wall for him to stand.
I'll also go into the corner, leaning on my spear.
What brings you all to Drellin's Ferry? You don't seem like travelers. Yeah, seem like you've got some kind of business.
Well, I was hoping to find the ferry here. Where are they?
Not that kind of ferry, lad.
Oh,
We also heard there were some troubles here.
mm-hmm.
And we already
There
kind
are.
of talked about it a bit, right? Missing people.
Yeah, there's something's not quite right. Something's going on here. I can feel it. People just about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, they just wake up and they'd be gone. No trace of them. Some of them would pack their things, some wouldn't. It's just the darndest thing. Some do come back, actually. My neighbors just to the east, they were gone for about 10 days and then just showed back up. Didn't say anything, no change in behavior, just gone and then back.
They haven't said anything? Oh, sorry, Rowan. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to ask, have you seen them leave or come back? Like, see them carrying or walking? Or did they just poof?
Didn't see the neighbors leave, just noticed they were gone. Being out in the field all day, you kind of notice these kinds of things. And about a few days ago, they came back. Well, I say came back, but I noticed they were at their house again. I've been questioning some people, but trying not to rouse too much suspicion. Don't want to... If something nefarious is going on, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, but...
Sure.
Some folks got their suspicions about, there's, the lake's been poisoned, or, crocodiles, or, many-headed creatures in the night, or taking the children, that kind of wild fairy tale nonsense, but no, something else going on, and I got a feeling it's got to do with those Trogs.
Completely just like in the middle of everyone's super serious conversation. In the background, you just see Nisa like smashing this rock on this staff, and she's not paying attention at all.
We were also looking for somebody here.
Sorelli.
Sorelli. Do you know anyone named Sorelli?
Sorelli Finla, right?
Yep.
Just got a brother?
It sounds about right. I'm not too familiar with her family, but I know of her. She lives or lived in the main part of town, but about 3 weeks ago she gone missing too.
She's not returned.
I'll be honest with you, I don't typically venture south of the lake. Not much anymore these days, but couldn't help but notice the campfire burning in the trees down there and had to go check it out.
you mentioned that you needed help with something around here, right?
It's just me. Me and my wife anyway. I've got, I stay busy, out and about during the day trying to find out what's going on, and could use an extra set of eyes around here. Make sure that my wife, Mariek, is safe. And honestly,
Sure.
you're the first folks I've seen that can handle themselves and feel like maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Might be able to. I know we have to look for some people, but we'll be around.
Of course, you all are welcome to do as you need to do. I'm sure you have your own business to take care of, but I wouldn't trust anybody here, not until you can fully vet them, and you're welcome to use my ranch as a base of operations.
Are you worried about them connecting us to you if we use your base? You are worried about rousing suspicion.
Well, fortunately, we came in at dark here, and if anybody comes to me asking about you, I'll just claim to not know anything about it.
All right, that works.
I might be difficult to hide. I apologize for any inconvenience.
Took the words from my mouth, Dennis.
That's true, but as I'm sure you noticed, nobody goes out at night anymore, so as long as you come and go at night, I don't really see an issue. But if you are out in the day, try not to come back.
Can I insight check this guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, yeah, he sus.
Sods.
And that is 7.
7. You have no reason to believe he's telling anything but the truth.
Oh.
Excuse me, tall sir. So if the whole town left, well, why haven't you left?
Well, to be honest with you, I just retired. Just built this ranch, trying to settle down with the wife, and not too keen on starting over someplace else.
I
Are you
understand
willing
that.
to like stand and fight for it? And I like look at the building that we're standing in.
I get what you're saying. It's just property. Could just leave, go somewhere else, be safe, but there's monetary investment, and I'm not going back into the adventurer life. That's all behind me.
On the way into town, there was a large building, the temple, as you say it was.
Yes, that's I can't remember the god's name, but it's some harvest god. This is a farming settlement after all, and that's where they go to pray for good harvest, good rain, good crops, all that. Not necessarily a pious man myself, but kind of keep that in here.
Feel that? That's a pretty grand building to be all the way out here.
Yeah, it doesn't quite fit, right? I always thought that was a little odd myself when I first came here, but everyone just insisted that good harvest was the most important thing to Drellin's Ferry.
Would Rowan know what god this would be and if they usually have such grand temples?
Yeah, roll a religion?
Okay. 12 plus 15.
15. You kind of think about God of Harvest. It doesn't exactly ring a bell, a God of Harvest, but you do know of a, and you're not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but Marika, something like that.
America.
America. It's the goddess of changing seasons, and it definitely has something to do with agriculture in general, but maybe the folks here that worship them are they call it the god of harvest, but that's not exactly right. As far as whether or not the size is appropriate for this goddess, it does seem a little grand to you, but not unreasonably so. It's not like a massive cathedral to some unknown deity.
Are there people at the temple right now?
I believe so. They closed their gates about 2 weeks ago. I think they've got some keepers and clerics and monks on the inside, but I have no reason to believe that they've gone.
Have they been helping these people?
Not that I know of. They kind of
Ryan?
run their own show. Like I said, I don't know too much about that temple, but they mostly keep to themselves. People show up for service occasionally. Farmers who have had bad harvests, they'll go to pray, but they're not quite the generous types to welcome everybody in and give them shelter. They kind of keep to themselves. They view it more as their temple that they allow others to partake in.
What sort of symbol does this god have? Do you know?
I'm not sure what the goddess's symbol is, to be honest with you.
What's a goddess? Rowan?
What's
Do
a
you know if
goddess?
there's like harvest.
I believe
Yeah, sorry,
she
so,
said it's a goddess.
Yeah, so people refer it to as the god of harvest, but it's the goddess of changing seasons.
Oh.
Well, it's more of a technicality. So, not technically a god of harvest, but more of a goddess of changing seasons. That's really, easy to mix it up and, well, yeah.
Is she evil?
Are
there evil harvest gods? Do they make like evil scarecrows? Like what do evil harvest gods do? Lisa's like super interested in this conversation now.
Haunted pumpkin patches.
So Alan doesn't know these things for sure. As you ask these questions, he's just kind of like, I don't know. But Rowan, when Amadi asks, that the symbol is a basket of grain with a long scroll. And you also know that the goddess is not evil. She's chaotic good. Or lawful good, I'm sorry, not chaotic good.
Yeah,
I'm in the back, like, pretending to be a scarecrow that's evil.
Not evil, real good, chaotic-ish.
It's interesting then, Rowan.
If I was a crow, I'd be terrified.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think
worked
it's
very
strange?
hard on that performance?
Ron, do you think it's strange then if she is a lawful good goddess that her followers are not helping the people or having open gates?
I mean, it would depend on what rules they are going by exactly. If they have any protocol for closing their gates to protect their own people, then that might be what they do. But honestly, I couldn't know for sure. I've never been in a temple personally, but I think it might be interesting to know, when did they go? Was it with the changing of the seasons, perhaps?
When did they close their gate, you mean?
Yeah.
Unrelated to the seasons, it's still sort of midsummer, and I suspect it's to keep out whatever might be at hand.
It's definitely something we should look out for if there's any correlation to seasons and moons and people disappearing.
Agreed.
I agree with you.
Danis kind of like turns his cloak around and he's just kind of like using the moss cloak as a blanket as he sits on the ground cross-legged.
Do you think we should pay a visit to this church?
I would very much like to go see that church.
Before we do that, I need to rest because I am so tired and Target is broken, clearly. So, can we sleep?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, my head doesn't hurt as much anymore, but my body is starting to hurt.
Do we want to take watches, maybe?
I will take first watch.
Linosa, would it be okay with you if when I do my watch, maybe I connect with you? Because I feel like you and I are the least hurt ones out of everybody. If I connect with you mentally, that way I can warn you if I find something or see something.
Sure.
Perfect. I like to get permission before I just yell into people's brains.
Wise.
I'll take the
Like I
last
said,
watch.
Danis leans back.
Dennis falls asleep.
I have he sort of gestures further into the house. It's like, I've got 2 guest rooms. You're welcome to share amongst yourselves. For my kids, they don't stay with me, but I keep their rooms in nice order for them, and welcome. My house is your house, like I said, but I personally, I've got a long day tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed.
Maybe if we stay up, someone should stay in the entrance, just in case.
That was my plan.
It's a good plan then. If
She
we
kind
do-
of like turns her body a little bit so that she's not like up against the wall, but that she's just like right next to the door. So if someone were to come in, they'd be like right there.
Perfect.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. Same.
I'll wake up when I wake up. Lisa's just gonna force me
She
to laugh.
Nolan, for your knowledge as well, she posts up on the side that like if the door were to be open, she would be behind it.
Okay.
So like
Perfect.
So who's taking first watch?
Linosa.
Linosa. All right. So it's like 9 p.m. now. You talked to Alan for a good while, and he filled you in on some things. Kind of got settled. About an hour goes by. 2 hours go by. You're just the sound of the hearth and the insects outside keeping you company, but otherwise pretty uneventful. And it's about time now for you to switch, to change watch.
Well, she's going to carefully go and see if she can find where Amadi went.
I would be very close to you. I'll just get up. And are there any like windows that are sort of facing out?
Yeah, there's the one main window that overlooks the path immediately in front of the house. There's one at either end of the house, which, if I can move the tokens out of the way just a little bit, the house itself is the larger structure, and then there's a barn immediately to the left of it. So you've got one window looking out the front of the house, one on either side, and then two looking out the back into the field with all the animals.
Okay, so they would probably rotate windows and just sort of like
Peer out
peek.
each one occasionally. Okay. Same thing, about an hour or two goes by. About 2.5 hours later, it's pretty early in the morning now, like 3 a.m. Roll a perception check.
Okay, time for so that is a 15.
15. So you hear some, what sounds like wet footsteps walking down the road. Not sure exactly how many of them, but it's not like a that would be like one. It's like a like multiple steps happening all sort of asynchronously. And you kind of peek out the window and you see maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 troglodytes just kind of walking down the road. It looks like they're walking with some purpose. They're not meandering or like looking around. They're definitely going somewhere.
I'm gonna message Lenosa and wake her up and just say like,
There are troglodytes walking with purpose.
Towards or away? Like her eyes are still closed, but like
yeah. So they're walking like, are they walking like from, not saying they're coming from the church, but from the direction of the church towards the, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Away towards past the house. Do we ignore it and make note?
well, making note is something we should do regardless. I agree.
I'm tempted to follow them.
I'm tempted to go along with you, but is that wise?
No. I am wise enough to know that it is not. Dennis can turn invisible, but he needs the rest more than most.
Were some of our friends in healthier state, I would say waking them and giving chase is the wise move to make. But you mentioned they were going with purpose, and her eyes are open now, and she's kind of like resting her elbows on her knees. I fear that by the time we have made a decision, it will be too late. So
I agree with you. I think we make note of it. And perhaps in the morning when everyone is awake, we look for footprints because they sound wet.
good.
Okay.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I am confused. We have never encountered missing people like this who just show back up and don't say anything. Usually they're just dead.
Yes, that was the crux of my confusion as well. It would be one thing if they were just missing and did not return, but the fact that some returned with no news, perhaps? Amadi, I've never been known as a strategist or critical thinker, but I do not like what is happening here.
No, I agree with you. I have done some shady things in my short time on this earth, and this is extremely shady. I do not like it. Makes me nervous. I think we are potentially getting into something that is bigger than we expected.
Amadi, what did you think of that vendor back in town?
That vendor scared the ever-loving shit out of me. And also, I want to know what she did and how she did it. I don't trust the bag of holding that I purchased, but it was too good of an offer to pass up. Any curse that's on it has to be something like tracking, perhaps. Otherwise, why sell them if they're going to kill the owners immediately, you know? What did you think of her? You did not trust her at all.
I suppose I was not subtle for once.
No, that was a valid response, though.
Now is not the time, but people like that particular person will never sit well with me.
I look forward to a time when I can learn as to why. Get some sleep. I will wake up Rowan here soon to let her do watch. I will tell her about the troglodytes.
Oh man.
Good night.
And she just kind of like leans back, and it's almost like a meditation kind of stance that she takes. She's not like in a bed or anything. She's just like up against a wall, just like hands folded in her lap.
It looks so peaceful.
And then I'm gonna look out the window and see if I can still see the troglodytes, or like see where they possibly could have gone.
Yeah, and actually, just as Lenosa is leaning back, beginning to meditate, you hear the same wet footsteps returning. This time with the sound of wagon wheels. And you hear, as they're walking, getting closer, you hear a shrill voice shout out from the night.
Take them to the snake, Mother! They will be part of her thrall!
Nolan, does Lenosa hear this?
You do! Okay. Next week.
Next week! Ah!
Next week!